All right, number 4, we want to divide the polynomials. It says use either synthetic division or long division as appropriate. Since we are dividing by a term that is not linear due to the x squared, we're going to use long division. I'm not aware of a method using synthetic division with a nonlinear term, so we're going to use long division. So the top will go in, I said the top, the first part will go into the bracket. So that would be 5x to the 5th, and then plus x to the 4th, and then plus x to the 3rd, and then we're missing x squared, so I'm going to say plus 0 x squared, because we're missing that as a placeholder. We don't have a single x term, so I'm going to say plus 0x. These are just placeholders to keep everything in alignment. And then minus 5. And then out front, our divisor, we have x squared minus 5, so I'm going to put a 0 as a placeholder there as well. So x squared, I'm going to say plus 0x, and then minus 5. Okay. And when we do this process, remember we only focus on the lead coefficient, so only the front term as we go all the way down. So x squared, I need x to the 5th, so I need 3 more x's. The coefficient is 1. 1 times 5 will give me a 5. So I need to multiply by 5x to the 3rd. All right, so what happens? We're going to do this 5x to the 3rd times all 3 of these terms, line them up, subtract, and then keep going all the way down. So 5x to the 3rd times x to the 5th, well, I'm sorry, x to the 2nd will give me 5x to the 5th. 5x to the 3rd times 0x will give me 0x to the 4th. That'll just right here. So x and x give me x to the 4th. That'll give me 0. And then 5x to the 3rd times a negative 5 will give me a negative 25x to the 3rd. All right, so once you do that, you're going to subtract or change the sign. So this will become negative, negative. This will become positive. And then we combine, so that will always cancel out. Bring down x to the 4th. And then we have plus 26 x to the 3rd. This is 1, and this is 25. And then we bring down the next term, which is 0x squared, and we repeat. So I have x squared, I'm going to get x to the 4th. I need to multiply by a positive x squared. X squared times x squared will give us x to the 4th. X squared times x will give me x to the 3rd, but it's a 0, just a placeholder. X squared times a negative 5, negative 5x squared. We're going to change the sign, so this will subtract, this will subtract, and this will add. So that will 0 out. This will give us a positive 26x to the 3rd. This will give us a positive 5x squared, and then we bring down 0x, just as a placeholder. And then we'll repeat. So 1 times, I need a 26 for the number. I got x squared, I need x to the 3rd, so I just need 1 more x. So just 26x will be our next term. And then 26x times x squared will give me 26x cubed. 26x times 0 will give me 0x squared, and then 26x times a negative 5. That will give us a negative 130, negative 130x. And then change the sign. should always zero out. 5x squared plus 130x, and bring down the last term, -5. Alright, and then this will be the last step. So x squared same. I just do 5 times 1. So positive 5. 5 times x squared. 5 times 0x will just be, and then 5 times -5, -25. Change the signs and combine, which we're kind of at the edge. What happens, that zeroes out. 130, and this will give us positive 20. 130x plus 20 is our remainder. So this is our polynomial plus the 130x plus 20 over the divisor, which was x squared minus 5. So that would be our resulting polynomial after doing long division. Okay, so I just need to check the math. I'm missing my x. 130x, let's try that.